so we can actually go ahead with the talk on producing. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to type it out in chat. We can address your questions later, or you can leave it at Slido as well. I'm monitoring that on my other monitor, so don't worry, don't be shy, just ask questions, it's fine. Okay, thank you very much. Soo Chen, are you ready to go?
Yep.
Okay, and I'll turn the floor over to you guys. We'll see you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Terence. Hello, everybody. I'm Soo Chen. Good morning. Thank you to invite me to this talk. So I hope today we're going to have a very free and easy sharing section. So welcome any questions. Yes, so we can start any soon. So let me project some of my, Okay. Hi. So today we're going to talk about the producer role in filmmaking. So what actually a producer really do in filmmaking, all types of preparations. So I'm not sure you all know how to differentiate producers roles and director roles in filmmaking, all the production phases, because we have pre-productions, production and post-production. So we basically have three phases of productions activities that we're going to do to finish or complete the film or TV productions or TV shows. Last time back years when we are when we study high school or what, right? So normally we will only have impressions about oh, maybe production only have one person. It's we only know directors. All the things that we thought all the projects, all the works is actually done by director, one person only. But when I really go study in this field, then only I know that we actually can have at least 30, 60, 100 of different roles in this filmmaking industry, correct or not? So until now, even though now I carry a title of producers for maybe 17 years, I have been working in this line 17 years, I guess. Entering this year is 17 years. All my relatives still call me hey, director. I've been wanting to tell them that I'm the producers and my role is actually hiring the director, one of my for those for some of the productions. Yeah. Okay, let's start. So when we involve in producing, so the first thing we need to do is development. So we have to develop a script, a story, and when we want to start a project. So basically, we will meet the script writer first before we meet the director. Okay, just maybe some briefing about Malaysian's industry. In Malaysia, we have in this industry, we have producer system and director system. So most of the production houses, we will follow producer system, which is the producer will come first when the project started. So the producer will on board, and then we organize the first phase, and then we will start hiring. We will start hire the HOD, head of departments. So we will start from directors, script writing, script teams, all the members, and then we follow by all these professionals that we need to look for and we hire. So first, how to develop your creations. So you as a producer or you as a director, actually you can come out with your ideas. So what your lecturer asks you to do, a proposal. So everyone needs to finish up your proposal to tell people your story, because everyone's very busy. We have to make appointments, meeting face to face or go online, and then you can't just talk, right? You have to your ideas is only in your brain, so people can't read you. So you have to line up all your ideas, write two-liners synopsis or one paragraph synopsis, and then you can put on some visual reference to tell people how is your story going to tell. So that's why you have to learn to do a proper or very simple and easy to read proposal. So you send up, and then after that you see who interested to invite you to have this briefing or pitching section. So this pitching section is allow you to present your ideas, and from there people will buy your idea or work together with you. It's like a collaboration. So first, if you're not writing the script or not write the story by yourself, then you might need to say that, oh, I want to get somebody's script. So therefore, there's a lot of contracts that the producer will go into, involved in this to get the copyright of the script so that you can start producing. Then the next one will be the most crucial, which is the budget. So the budget is definitely done by the producers because we have to know how much we need to spend in this production by looking at the script format. We have to see the genre of the story. So it's like, if I really produce a movie, how much I will allocate. If I have a TV show, if I have a reality show, if I have a TV dramas, so it's different project will be allocated in all these different projects. So these all done by producers. And we have an executive producers on our head, actually, on top of us. Executive producer is more on maybe owner from the company, some of the format, how is the working format. So the executive producer is our so-called our boss, our boss, and then they would tell us that, okay, I got a commission job from these TV stations. So this is what they want to do, some kids show. So the briefing is as easy as this, only one line. We want to do a kids show. Then you have to start brainstorm with your teams. And then when we have the concrete proposal, and then I will come out, me as a producer, I will come out a very draft budget list, like very draft, just like one, like few liners, the important categories that we will bring in, me, or I can bring my writer teams, and then I can bring my directors. Then we will go into the TV stations panel to pitch in or to discuss whether they like the story or not. So whether this business is successfully, we discuss, and then we confirm, and then we will start do the productions. So all the things will come one by one. Then after that, everything is locked. The money is coming in for the first batch of production fees is coming bank into your company, or your EP already launched the fundings. Then we actually will start recruiting all the main crews, including the cast. So basically, this is how the process will be. Yeah. Then you will say that if the director system, how is it work? Yes, the director system can be a lot of decision making, because seems like I story until now. So you will see that the producers make like quite a decision making in the productions, all the production decisions that is actually determined by the producer, which is true, because we hold the budget, we control the budget. So whatever you want to do, like you want to add on you want to use a slightly expensive high tax cameras, and you also have to check whether the budget is allowed or not. And then which is the locations that you want to do the shooting. So it's like, let's say we cannot get sponsor, then you have to pay. So you also will need to come back to the producer and say that is the budget is allowed. Like director says I want to go and do a bungalow to shoot. But is the bungalow rental for one day, let's say 5K, 10K, is it your budget permitted you to do this renting? So this is all the decision makings that have to go back to producer sides. Director say, yeah, I want this very beautiful, what, I must have this. So producer have to help whether to adjust the budget to see whether worth it to pay this 5K rental or 10K rental, right? We have to see whether we can allocate the budget to this category or not. So all this decision is actually quite complicated when you need to make. It's not simply says that, oh, okay, you suka, then I can see you lah. It's not as easy as this. Yeah. Director will always demand the best. Of course, we know. We also want the best. But sometimes you have to look at the reality, whether we can work it or not, this workable or not, or worth it or not. So in the director system, directors maybe have a different possibility. Directors own the company, so he can say that how much money the budget can allocate to this. So the producer, as the producer, also, because in another way is that the director hired the producer to help him or her to manage the projects. So we also have the rights, or we also have the responsibility to tell the owner or tell the director, says that, okay, if you spend like this, then you don't have enough budget for this another rooms. So they will need to understand. And then if they still go for that option, then we will tell them what you were losing. So we would, in a team, so we have to work very closely to tell each other what is the consequences. Yeah. So the directors definitely have a lot of decision makings in creative side. So this one, for all these years, right, whoever directors teams or whoever's writer teams that I work with, I will only just control my part because I just done my part. For the creative side, it's not says that I don't know, but I will leave it to my director team and the creative team because I want to give them fully, fully power to go with all this thing. Because if not, right, they will feel that, hey, this one cannot, that one cannot. So what can I do? So I want them to work in a very comfortable environment, which is like work with my team, my production team. So I will definitely respect my writer and my creative team, including the scripting team. So they will feel very comfortable if they meet the producers that will just give them a very good working format, because we have very different working style. Okay, this is a working style. You want to be a big boss, yeah, like want to control everyone. Okay, this one cannot, that one cannot. So people also feel that, oh, then why I have to work with you? Why I have to work with you, with your team? The things that why I have to work with you is like you have some specialty that I feel very comfortable, and then I can extend my creative to the max, and then I don't need to worry. I don't need to keep on go back and forth and then do things that like macam no effort, right? So building the team is very crucial. You have to find someone or your workmates that really click on you. It's like one glance, satu tengok je, then you will know, you will faham what he wants or what she wants, and then you all will like very cooperative, like a good team's mate lah. It's like a very we have sometimes you have to be a team player. Sometimes I'm the leader. Definitely, I'm actually okay. You can imagine EP is a big boss. For me, I'm the boss on set, right? So for me, but I won't use the bossy attitude to do all my team members. I will as a colleague, so we are same vision, same line. So we talk. My intonations also not like very bossy, so they feel very comfortable. So when they work, right, they also very in a very happy mood. Says that, oh, okay, can, because they can feel the respect. So these are the things that I really want to share with you all. So we have to respect everyone, including the lowest range of your manpower, like drivers, because the drivers and all the PA production assistant, they actually helping you all on ground. Like they drive you home safely. I mean, if you are the cast, if you are the director, if you are the assistant director, so sometimes we will put you all in the vans and then we will drive you all. So for me, even though my colleagues is drivers positions, I will respect them as well. I will say, okay, are you enough sleep? I will go to set and like really ask about them. So work as a team is how the things that as a producer, I want to portray. Yeah. Okay, so next step, financing, which is Mr. Terence want me to focusing on today's talk. Where does the money come from? How to share the profit? Okay, this one is really like, you cannot be like you are the first year fresh grad and then you know this kind of thing, because even for me, I also still figure out how to finance. It's not easy, right? So you have to tell your investor, you have to go and tell your bosses, you have to go and tell the TV stations. Yeah. So all this step, you can look at it. We have to make sure we have to know what kind of policies that is actually helping us guiding the film industry. So what kind of projects and what kind of project and what kind of budgets that allocate into these projects? And is there a changeable reasons? And it's also we have to have the shooting schedule, because I'm shooting a movie, I can shoot in 25 days or I can shoot in 52 days. So what is the difference? So when the shooting schedule come out, how many days that I need to finish the shoot, finish all the script and all the scenes, is also affected that how to complete the story, right? So it's also affected that the budget that I need to allocate. So I have to make sure that it is sufficient. So we can go later into it. We think about it first. You all think about it first. Where is the money come from? How is it come from? How we can go and get the money? We go into the production first, because production is still the base, is still the fundamental. So imagine we already got the funding. So later we come back to the financing part. Pre-production, how to organize the production crew. So you have to really know how to like use your eyes to search for your talent. Really, you have to like really see properly, because you have to see this. Okay, you already have a permanent director that you always work. So let's say director A. We also have to see that he capable on doing what types of projects. what kind of format of the productions. Let's say we cannot hire a reality show's director to become a drama's directors because sometimes this is not their expertise. So they will think that, no, I tak suka drama lah. I just want to do reality show. I just want to go all over the place in Malaysia. I want to go to Sekinchan. I want to go to Sarawak. I want to cover the reality. So I go and shoot documentary. So you can't hire him and her or force them to direct your drama series because your drama series can be comedy, can be stunt scenes, require car crash, all that. So you have to identify what is the professionalism in this manpower. Same goes to camera department. Same goes to technical department, sorry. So it's like your DOP, director of photography, or your lighting mans, or that. So how to light dramas, comedy, sitcom, and how to light for a reality or how to write for a studio shoot is totally different. So first you have to identify which type of crew or which type of expert you need to secure in your production teams. And then okay, you build out the teams already, and then you will go into equipment testing, test shoot. So this one must have, especially in our CG, if have any scenes that we need to involve CG, computer generate the scenes, right? So this one, even though when we shoot all the CG scenes that time working with Mr. Terence, so we definitely will like, okay, Mr. Terence, I want to book 2 days because this is my CG scenes that I need you to be there. So you have to direct my director and you have to direct my DOP and lighting head, gaffer head, how to light, how to make sure they follow this frame and then we cannot out of it, where's the safety. And we have to really pinpoint last time, a few years back, we really have to mark the star or the cross. So we have to make sure that we later, when we go into post-productions, all these CG scenes can be nicely done, or else the principal shoot won't be able to help when we need to finish the CG scenes. Yeah. So next, how to choose the casting? Okay, you can see how successful some of the drama, some of the movie, because they carry the blockbuster cast, which is like maybe they have a popularity and then they have a lot of followers. So it depends. You want someone that have this capability to bring the audience to your films, watching like all the viewings, or you really need this cast can really develop or portray the story in your script. It's like there is a best fit, or because of she or he is very popular, even though he or she cannot act, but I still want to have him because of her appearance or his image. So it really depends on you, what you want in your production, what you want in your films. It's no such of like right or wrong. Seriously, everything's come for every categories. Every time got people ask me, is this right or wrong decisions? Right or wrong decisions? I will never say right or wrong, but I will say that it's the suitable choices. It's the best choices for that moment. When I need to make the decision that moment, this is the choice that I can mess the best out of it. So this is how I work. Yeah, no right or wrong. Because every decision you make, right, they will lead you to different path. They will either go to A, they either go to B. So have to see what's the outcome that you expect. So next, you have to do a lot of research. Like this film, you have to make a directions. You have to make a lot of direction. How is it look and feel? So this one, I will pass to my director teams and the creative team to do. So the creative team not only directed one person, because we can't rely on him or her, because later he will be very lethargic, exhausted, and then so we have to give them support lah, manpower support, so they will think together like satu otak, dua otak, banyak otak, then can think more. So he or she will really go and research like, okay, this time we want to have a very art films type, not so much about commercial films. So art films. So now, so you can see, they thought like they imagine they are in the space, like out of the space like that. Okay, I want to have a bluish feel. So they will discuss from there, and then they will bring in the DOP, they will bring in the gaffer crew, all that, to discuss that this is the look and feel they want. So they do a lot of research how to make it work, how to make it successful for what visual in director's head. So next PPM, pre-production meeting, because we gather everything, we gather all the material, so we can gather everyone's, then let the directors. So normally producer would give the talk first lah, like, okay guys, happy, all right, all the social thing, all the PR things, and after that directors come in, come to everyone, oh, I hope you all have a good shoot, because sometimes producer might not on set. So we will need to brief everyone what is going to happen, and then hoping that they can work each other amongst them. So director will take the lead and tell what's the vision director want to achieve. So all in this PPM, so they will know, they will more focus and understand what director wants, and then from there they can help directors to achieve the visual and the look and feel and the outcome. So this all what I talk about here is actually the effective management from the producers. So I effectively manage you all. Manage the equipment, which is what their equipments they want. I will do a survey also. I mean, in terms of budget, the usage, all that. So I will help them brand. I will help them. So I will gather all the invoices. Actually, in my folder, what I have is like a lot of Excel file because it involves budget counting, and then I have a lot of invoices from everyone. So let's say if I have 30 crews, I have what. So I receive how many invoices? You can see, because you will be very happy if you are the freelancer or you are my vendors. You will be very happy to send in invoice when I say that, oh, Soo Chen just call me, I have to pick up. Send me your invoice, then you will know. I will pay you. I will start paying you. So we can see like how much are our first payment, second payment, last payment. So all these things, they will be very happy to send producers invoice. So my job is like, okay, invoice please. Oh, sure. The work, not so fast one. The work is that after 2 days only you receive from your drive. But invoice, okay, can. I go and Google. I go and send you. Well, once you will receive. But sometimes, like all the fussy people will be like very slow lah. They will like tak care money like that. Then sometimes I also see like, wow, they really ask people, no need to pay bill. Some of it. Yeah. So not only manage the budget, manage the schedule, manage the manpower, manage the task. We also have to manage everyone's how to say, their heart, their emotion, their mood. Actually, it's also under us. It's like, let's say this one gathered with this one, then me as a producer, I also have to step in to see that, okay, chill guys, don't fight. Yeah, but normally before they fight, I wouldn't let this happen now in my production, because I definitely would choose the people that is very harmony, working very in a harmony environment. So if I know he or she very bad temper, I will try or avoid them to be in with another very bad temper or very high temper person. So all this thing is a very effective management from producers. We can't control people mood and temper, but what we can do is we try to let them work with the people that they are easy to work with. This is how I say that, how to mix and match, how to match them with another teammates. So this is also one of the skill for a producer. So we go into productions. Okay, very fast. We go into productions. So we have a lot of meetings for sure, because director have to meet with a casting department. Okay, we got our main talents already. So who is our supporting roles? So which extra with dialogue, extra without dialogue. So all these things, assistant director will come in to help director determine some of the speaking roles, like there's 1-2 day shoot punya talents. So this one is one department. And director and AD also have to meeting with the technical department, and director also have to differentiate the meeting with the props, art directors, art department, prop departments, and then the imaging department, which is like how the wardrobe, the image, look and feel also for each of the main talents. So you can see every departments also have different meetings in different days. So everyone will be very busy, including we have to meet with the CG directors also. We have to make sure that we have to allocate how long to shoot and then how much footages they need, because we cannot lesser the footage and then later not enough footage to support all these things. How wide, how high the angles, all that. Yeah. For first, okay, then we prepare everything. Then we will go into first day of shootings. And then all the daily productions works, the daily budget, daily rundown. So all these things, if you shoot 52 days, then you will ganjong for 52 days. Yeah, so you will never feel like very easy or what. So go into post-production. So that is how we finish the 52-day shoot, or we finish the 25-day shoot. Then we will go into post-production. So post-production, which is, I believe, maybe most of the students today are more focused when you need to work on this when you after graduates. I believe this is where you will go. There's actually different ways for post-production. So maybe if the producer or director very busy to go involved in the next project's pre-production. So the post-production, normally we will hire a post-production producers. But mostly when in my previous company, production house, I will do the post-production, a post-producer also, because I'm the full-time there. Last time when we do, normally producer is the full-time staff. Directors, AD, art directors, and the following manpower, they are based on freelance base. They are based on project base. But the producer and production team, they normally is the full-timer staff in the production house. You all know why? Because production people always have to be there from the day one until the day Z, until don't know what they have to still be around. So one productions they will consider hire full-time, it will be production team. So director also have a full-time directors, but the director will be quite here actually quite full of like different projects. Then sometimes they will overload. How you producing, how you directing is a totally different world, right? Because the producing you are more to human management, but the directors a lot of things from your ideas, from how you shoot it, how to get the scenes. Maybe the hit will be easily start explode. So full-time director quite difficult because if they need to jump from movie, jump to dramas, jump to kid show, jump to TV shows, jump to reality show, they might not be able to function as how production function because how creative do is really totally different. So very kesian if they have to back to back. So sometimes director they would take a break in between the projects. But producing is different because we have a format to work. It's just like we have to depends who we hiring this time. So we have to see how to manage them. So it still can manageable if we do it long term. So this is how it functions. But it depends on you. If you say that I'm the director, I can work like 12 months per year. So it's cool. It's on you. Not a issue, not a formatting process. So let's say now go to post-production. How can we cooperate with the editing room? Okay, which is like editors lah. Online, offline editors first, and then offline editors, right? I believe you all know what they do. So online editor and offline editors, they do different parts. They handle different parts. So how to cooperate with sound studio? So what is this sound studio for? Let's say after we finish, so offline done, online ongoing, and then actually I can send to my audio or sound studio, which is I can work with this audio designer, audio engineer. So we call out whatever positions they're holding, but we are in this team. So they will start help us clean the unclean dialogue, so all the noise. So they try to clean, they make it very clean already on the dialogue tracks, what tracks, sounds effect tracks. So they put in sound effects, and then they put in the necessary background music. So what else we can do? How to differentiate? Like I have more budget, and then I can do more. Okay, when you have more budget, and then I'm producing a film, I might have a freedom, or I might have more choices to make a theme song for my production. So this is where we can work with all the audio teams or other music company. So we can attach with the talents, the artists by themselves also. We can say that I want a theme song. Or we can work with the musician, says that I want a special background music themes for my movie. So they will come out a track. So they will come out a rhythm. So they will have like different rhythm, but the same types of same teams of music production, then they will let us or my director to see. Then one track, then we can differentiate it. Okay, this one is for suspense, this one is for romantic. So there's a lot of things that we can do when we stop at this sound production, sound producing. Yeah, so we can do a lot of things. So when we have budget, we can allocate it. Then we actually can do a lot of different things and add the things and enhance the production, post productions. Yep. So I just quickly go to marketing. So when we produce film or TV productions, at the end, right, you hope that you can get your audience, right. Takkan you want to produce the things that nobody watch. So you have to market your production, your own creations. So when we say that we want to market, then we will need production teams. We will need to prepare a lot of marketing materials, including what kind of marketing materials that you all can think of. You all can think of likes. Okay, I will just say trailers, behind the scenes, BTS, TMO, the making of, and then teaser trailer. What like fancy name come for all these online companies. So what else? Music video, also a marketing tools, also a marketing materials. When you want to promote your films or TV production, you will launch 1 month before, 2 months before, or 1 week before. You will launch all these materials, marketing materials. To launching, you have press conference, you have all the interviews from all the entertainment reporters, all that. So you will arrange all these kind of activities to launch and to market your films. So when you market your films, you will definitely tell them coming soon. When 6th June, 8th June, like you want to like have a blockbuster or that. So you will announce to people, you will announce to your target audiences, says that your film is coming. So when we need to advertise it, then we will work with a lot of corporate company, which is like maybe we can attach with all the sponsor. Like says that you will do a lot of PR events. Let's say, okay, at the end, you want to hire who, you want to work with this brand, says that, okay, let us launching our movie. So they will bring in your goodies bag, they will give them your give you their products. So you can put in your goodies bag, then you can distribute to your audiences during the first screening. So all these things, because they invest or they give you product placement or everything, then you got something to show. You have enough fund to launch the press conference. You have enough fund to launch the first premium. So all these things, yeah. And then the last one, the censorship. In Malaysia or in other countries, right, when your production being produced, okay, all done, post, all nicely done already, then we will need to send to censorship board for censorship, so that you can see, okay, you get okay, P13, yeah, 18. So we only have 3 categories, so you can see which one you get, right? But you already know which one you will get. Then after that, then only you can go into public screening. So all this thing is done by the marketing team with the producers together. Okay, so far so good. So Sabu, so I have like, so this morning I have roughly brief about like producer kind of like the leader for the projects. So we basically lead all types of discussion meetings, all the production phases. Yes, we basically oversee. We just like a mother or father for this production lah. Basically, siapa nangis, then they need to come to us. Yeah. So you can consider how you manage your team. So siapa gaduh, you have to go and solve. Even though I will more garang than them, so they not there to gaduh in front of me, right, visitors. So if the producers are so lembik, right, then of course lah, they all bully lah, you know. So you have to figure out what kind of production teams that you want, so they will lead you go to that. Yeah. So I have to go to the form to see got any questions, right? So I go now or how? No need. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I will check it out. Don't worry.
Okay. Thank you for that. So right. So we may be so now 10:42. Okay. I go a little bit details for this firm funding lah. Yeah. So I will go straight. We had to get funding from grants or fellowships. So which is like, let's say, I go very straight, like you have a business partner, or you all have a company, but this one when you all get older and older lah, yeah, because now you don't have so much to play with, right? So which is like if you can get from your business partner, so you all internally can gather the funds, and then you have a great story from this director, from these script writers. So you get the story and then you can start produce because the money is from the fellowships, right? Or the second method will be like you can actually take the advantage for the tax incentive. Like we have FINAS in Malaysia, right? So FINAS is our is actually quite helpful. So they will actually provide a lot of different fundings application. So even though independent filmmakers or you with companies, then you can go and apply also. So we actually did successfully get all the fundings from because we're pitching to them. So the tax incentive can be different working format with everyone's, which is like you have this support, you have to have like local support, all that. Then after finish it, then you can go and claim the tax incentive. Yeah, so this is another different way of working. So another one is the secure private investment to fund your firm. Okay, so this one maybe is not from your industry, maybe. Okay, because there are different ways, right? Not every method that me or my teams or my previous company done before. We've not tried so many lah. We just focus how we get our funding. So maybe this is another way for you to have this investment. Maybe the investor not come from our industry. So maybe they are from food merchandise or any factories or any constructor or any different out of our entertainment industry. They say that, hey, actually I'm very interested to see all the talent, all the artists, all the ming sing like that. So I want to invest can. We actually did welcome, seriously. I mean, my other friends, their company, they actually welcome them. They don't know about firm, they don't know how it works, because sometimes some investors will still know how it works, right? Pre-pro, production, post-production. They might know, they might have some knowledge on it, but come from the scratch one, they might have money, fundings, they want to invest, then actually that is welcome too. So it can work. Maybe they also don't have so much things. So when they want to preview your film, so they will look like, oh, okay, I'm very happy watching it. So this is another way to work, right? So they won't have so much comments or they ask you a lot of questions. So maybe this is an advantage. So they will trust you and then they invest on you. The fourth one, make a pitch for product placement in your film. Okay. So this is actually quite straightforward. Even no need to be film production. Actually, TV production also can involve in this product placement. You need some funding. Let's say I say that maybe you don't need a full film or full production funding. You maybe just need an amount because you say that you want to use the better equipment, or you say that you want to go to the best location to shoot. So definitely you need to pay, or you need to spend. So you need to spend the expenses. So you will need to get a certain amount. So actually you can welcome the product placement. Like let's say for example, you go into your shoot, right? When you look at the framing, when you look at the monitor, some of the scenes will involve like water, any drinking on any drinking scenes. I mean just water lah, or any others, fruit juice, okay, not alcohol. I mean just like the normal one. So you can plan in all the different types of branding of one. You can choose one brand only lah. They say you can like drinks that specific drinks. So you can go and ask the branding to say whether they want to sponsor the product or not, or sponsor some fund investment also. So to place their product, okay, I have a tissue box there. So I go and pitching to the two famous tissue brand. So I can ask them who wants. So they say, okay, can. Then I will give you another amount of money because I put my product for in your scenes to make the advertisement. So this is another way also. The fifth one will be crowdfunding. Okay, this one more to more independent films production, which is like a few very ambitious friends, they gather together and then they say that they don't want to go too much commercial. They don't want to have a product placement because they hate the product placement, or they don't like the way, not say hate, but they don't like how it works. So they don't want any products go into their framing because they just want to focus on their story creations and they just want to focus on their storyline. So they don't want the product. It's fine. So you can try this method, which is crowdfunding. So you can tell them, okay, kawan-kawan, it's really best based on friends base. kawan-kawan or any arts lovers, we are going to shoot these projects. So we do hope that we can raise these crowdfundings. So any amount is welcome. Then then they will just give you a maybe bank account or maybe how to give them the funds. So you can give 50, 100, any amount to support them. So this is another supportive action that you can give to someone you know or someone you don't know, because you just say that, yeah, I see these young people trying very hard, yeah. Okay lah, I go and help them, so I go and donate. So this is like how we donate. So this is another one. The last one, finance your film out of your own pocket. Okay, so for my personal opinions, I won't encourage you all to go for the sixth one. No, never use your own money. Yeah, but you can try, because I say, no right or wrong. This is what I say, is that I would advise you don't use your own money. But if you say no, Soo Chen, I have had a lot of money. Okay, sure. Yeah, why not, right? But you will be more stressed because it's your own money. Even though okay lah, if you get the other funding, you also stress, but this one is more stress. So you have to see how you differentiate it, yeah? You use other investor money to pay for a 5K rental bungalow, and you use your own money to pay for the 5K bungalow rental for your main location. It is different from the thinking. Yes. Okay. Yeah, so this is how the steps are. You have to pitch your firm business plan to your investor, because it's got investor. So we have to call it business plan, or else you can just call it your proposal. Yeah, if you cannot, if you're quite like a fans of this word, then you can just say that your proposal. So to obtain funding from your film grant, private investor, sponsor, film studio, you must demonstrate how the worth of your firm. Like you can go to where you want to go for really commercial, or you want to go to film festival. So you have to determine what is your style, what is your way. So it's a step by step. You have to structure it to let people understand you're presenting to your investor. So you really have to structure. You have to keep your mind very clear also. So when you present, people know your intention, people know your motive, people know your objective. So this one have to be very clear, yeah. Yeah. So you will ask me, okay, what is your objective? What is your goal to? Yes, you have to let people know what is your firm about, who is behind the firm. Oh, I have an award-winning director. His short film won what awards. Then okay, I have a producer. She or he have a 15 years or 20 years of experience in this industry. So you have to let people, you have to convince people who is behind the films, who is your backbone's main power. So what is the hook of your film production or TV production? Which is like, what's your USP, unique selling point? Yeah, I want is awareness about the society caring. Okay, so this is your USP. Okay, right? Then I will consider, I as an investor, I will consider, because now I also have to do some CSR or PSA. So I think that I can invest you, because if your USP selling is like awareness, society caring, then oh, you come to my doorstep. I also want to do some CSR projects. Then this is a click, so I can invest you. So you really have to see the timing. So guys, you have to see the timings and who you talk to. You have to know what's this company do, what is this corporate brand doing. So how to match with them. So the next one you will you will need to plan is who is going to watch your film. The target group, age target, like how old, below what, above what. How big is your audience? You just want to go to a small community, or you want to go for the whole Malaysian. So where are you going to find your audience? How much is the films going to cost? Okay, you want people to invest, you at least have to tell people how much is the total production cost that your film going to cost. Yeah. So where's the money coming from? Maybe you can tell them, I'm going to crowd donate or crowd invest, crowdfunding, and then I want to get some from my own pocket. So you have to tell them how the 100% of the budget, 10% go from where, 20% go to where. So you have to list out, so people will feel more trust, or everything is transparent. How much can the investor expect in return? Okay, this one you have to very confidence, only you can promise people. So this one I will advise you to think twice. What the investor can get in returns. Yeah, which is their ROI, return on their investment, right? Okay, that's all. That's all. I just want to share for the crowdfunding or whatever fundings that you're going to try. So this is my last slide for today, I guess. So this is the projects that I work with your lecturer. So this is Rambut is actually shown in Netflix, but I think over already because they have a period of times, right? They have a different timeline. So Rambut is a movie that I work with Mr. Terence. So this is a movie production. So Astro first Timun Suatu Color Timun Mas and Ijo. So this one is the Tally movie. Yeah. So these two productions is others projects that we two work. Especially got some CG scenes. So yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Does anybody have any questions so far? Because looking at the Slido, no one's typed in any questions. Anybody have any questions? You can type it out in chat because we do have a producer here, as opposed to me, who's a post-production person. So if you have any questions regarding producing, it's a good time to ask now before you go and start working, and then you ask questions then, because then nobody got time to layan you already. If you guys don't, I have a question actually. So because especially for students who are new, just starting out, so when you mentioned that if you're going to go do pitch to investors and directors and people were trying to look for money, because I think for most students the biggest issue they will have is budget, because you got no money, you got no out of pocket, you got a talent lah. I mean, talent we got equipment, we have all of that at the university, but it's in terms of like getting, the project off the ground. How do you convince people if you have no experience? Like, how was it when you pitched like your very first time, like back in the days, like your first time producing? Like, how did you manage to convince people to give your production money?
Okay. I would just give assumptions because for me, right, after I graduate, right, I go straight to production. So all the production, I start from production manager. I start from production manager, production coordinator. So I straight skip the PA part because I know a lot of languages. So my producer at that time straight give me PM works to do. So I start contacting my TV productions like we are actually a kid show or a sponsor from a milk product. So I'm just going to call all the profiles. So when I go into my first projects, right, it's already have fundings, right? So for just now, Mr. Terrence's questions, right, if I'm the student, but I really needs money. So for me, I will advise also is like we go in passion. We let people see our passion because we are young. We got nothing to lose, right? So we go in and then we introduce ourselves. So that's why you have to target your potential investor also. So you have to see, okay, if this uncle, auntie, or any potential bosses says that they really want to help the younger, so you can heard, or this company have this vision. They very welcome the young people to give them ideas. So you target all this company, then you step in. You send in an email first. Don't simply knock on the door because now very dangerous, right? You cannot. People won't open door. Last time did. I really go and ring the bell when I want to ask location permissions. I really ring the bell and then people let us go in and shoot. I mean, another day's come back and shoot. But now you cannot because people would think like scam, orang jahat. So it's very difficult. So you have to send an email, tell them who are you, what is your projects are, and then says that I'm very urged to meet you to tell you the further, to tell you the details. So when they reply, okay, let's meet up and chat. I don't know what are you, but you can come. So this is a first step success already. So when you come in, you really have to show people that how passionate you to your these short films projects and tell them how they can image their company. I mean, do the branding upgrade about like you sponsor us and then we will mention you everywhere from my marketing materials. So you can come out, you have to come out. So you will say that maybe I need in my storyline, I need to have an entrance, go into an office. So I can feature your office because they might, some of the new corporate investor, right, new potential investor, they're very happy to see shooting because to them, right, shooting is a magical, like like a festival or fun fair that can spark them, like they attract them. So you can say that, or any of your daughter want to become our cast, I think you can suggest because you say that you can control the new not the cast, then like any audience can become your cast. Then this is one of the selling points also. You have to aim. When you go in, you have to aim what you can provide them. Yeah. So to
So
attract them.
basically,
Oh yeah.
give them what you can give to them, offer to them, lah.
Yes,
All right.
but you have.
Anybody?
Yeah.
Anybody has any questions? Sorry. Especially from the professional media workshop students, because you will be seeing her again in 4 weeks. She'll be sitting in for your pitch presentations. So you better ask your questions now. So Mark, Nielsen, Amanda,
Hi,
Nicole.
Soo Chen. I'm Nicole. Hi,
Sorry?
Soo Chen. I'm Nicole.
Yeah.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Soo Chen. Morning. So my name is Nicole. I have a question is that because like you mentioned, when we're pitching short films, right? A lot of I think the first thing they'll ask is like, what is the return? And especially for short films, there won't be much profit, as we know. And as a student film, we're going to film festival, so we would expect a 50-50. There might be no return. So how do we even convince them, even from our passion? I would assume that people from the business industry, they are more objective about this lah. Okay, I want a return because I'm investing.
Yes, definitely. So we just talk about genre lah, because short films is another genre. So short films can't get a lot of money, because short films is for the names. You work for your names, because you hope that your short films can join different types of film festival. So if you want any awards, then it will be bonus to you. But you cannot go into films and festival and then think that okay, I'm sure won. You can't convince your investor, right? Because it's of your aspect, out of your control. It's still the thing. Whenever you need to go, like let's say you been very lucky and you very talented, and then you've been invited to this film festival, then you have to say that you will keep on mention their company names to give them the names also, to give them the fame also. Like let's say, okay, thank you, our investor. So you will need to always speak up. You have to, even though in your speech or your sharing, your talks, you have to say that you have to thank them, and then you keep on mentioning their names. And then even in your short films production and credit, all that, you all from the beginning presented by who. Yeah, you have to give them the ownership, and I mean like the belongings, like sense of belongings is like, yeah, you are really one of my team. It's not like I bought and then you just come in later. No, I mean from the starting, they are one of your teams. So give them the sense of like, they really helping you from the start, and then this is how you bring their names to international film festival. It's different, It's like, thank you for ABC company. So this short films is presented by them, and then their founder is a very supportive to young people, young filmmakers. So it's really in the same times, right? It's really build their name of their company and definitely bring the positive image to their company. So maybe this is what the returns they maybe want. So don't so afraid that, oh, I cannot give them money. Of course, because it's a small production. I can't guarantee that we have so much incomes returns, because you are not like a film production. You can go in, and then you can ticket collection. So this is how your income come back. And then after 1 year, you can distribute to all different Asian country or all over the world. So you can keep selling your film, and it is how your investor can get the ROI. So because they can divide the dividends or that. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Soo Chen.
Okay.
Thank you so
There's
much.
a question in chat from Mark. Which is the most important part of a pitch document?
I would say that use your story to touch the investor. I mean, I will like your story, then I will go invest, because the story tells something. So work on your story, because sometimes we always say that content is king, right? Your story is inside the content. The content is king. Yeah. Use the story to touch the people's hearts lah.
So basically convince them about the story lah. So the budget, technical, all that, it's important, but it's secondary lah. Yeah, it will be automatic. Once people like your story or they've invested in it, they will pretty much, be more willing to listen for the rest of your pitch.
Yes. They have to like your story first.
Yeah,
Yes,
you have
correct.
to like your story first. Okay, do we have any more questions, guys, before we end for the day? I know it's a public holiday and it is approaching lunchtime. I know some of you are hungry already. Anybody else? All good? Okay, so thank you very much for Miss Soo Chen. Let's give her a round of applause. Your little applause emotes. Thank you very much for spending time with us and bestowing upon us, sharing your knowledge with us. And we will, me and my class, we will see you again in 4 weeks, 3 weeks, basically, for our pitch presentation as well. So you guys know, you better double check. You're going to be presenting to an actual producer, yeah. Okay, so thank you, everyone. Stay safe. I will see you guys. Enjoy the rest of your public holiday. And tomorrow, classes come back to normal, so don't disappear. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Soo Chen. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.